my name is Sam, and this is another drag race. Let's roll! We're back again with another drag race. This time we have the 2024 Civic Type R. In the middle, we have the 2023 Hyundai Elantra N. And all the way to the other side, we have the 2024 Subaru WRX RS, or TR, as it's called in the US. In Canada, it's called the RS, but it's essentially the same thing. And we actually pay less than you guys. So if you're watching from the US, well, guess what? You're gonna pay more for that car than we pay in Canada. Maybe just come up here and buy one. Essentially, the RS is differently tuned suspension, WRX, better brakes, front and back, better handling overall, but the same horsepower. But it's supposed to be better than the standard model, I'm assuming. Nonetheless, all three are manual transmissions. Civic, Type R, and the Elantra N are front-wheel drive. Meanwhile, the WRX is an all-wheel drive, but we've got a 6-speed. In the WRX, we actually have Steve, who owns a WRX, I think a 21, 22 model, but his is tuned, so we're going to use this vehicle, which is fully stock. And he's going to be driver of that car. In the middle, we have Dave, who owns the Elantra N stock. And I was the one that actually suggested him to get that car because it's definitely a better daily and less expensive than the Civic Type R. And I'll be driving the Civic Type R. But before we do that, let's talk about the specs. First one is the Honda Civic Type R, a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine making 315 brake horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Of course, uses 6-speed manual transmission, and it is front-wheel drive with a curb weight of 3,188 pounds or 1,446 kg. In Canada, this starts at about $53,000. Meanwhile, in the US, it starts at $46,000. The next one is the Elantra N with a 2-liter turbocharged engine inline-4. Now keep in mind that this is not the facelift version, but is essentially the same car. And this one makes 286 brake horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque with a 6-speed manual transmission, and it is front-wheel drive with a curb weight of 3,199 pounds or 1,451 kg. In Canada, this starts at about $40,000 Canadian. In the US, you're looking at about $34,000 US. That is probably the best deal out of the three. Next one is the Subaru WRX RS, or TR as it's called in the US, with a 2.4-liter turbocharged engine, boxer, of course, making 271 brake horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque with a 6-speed manual transmission, and it is all-wheel drive. But it's a heavy vehicle at 3,418 pounds or 1,550 kg. Now here's where it gets interesting. You see, in Canada, this starts at $42,000. And if you did the conversion, that should be about 36,000 USD. But in this case, this one starts at 43,000 USD, which if you convert it, you're looking at about $51,000 Canadian. That makes it pricier by like $11,000 more in the US than Canada. Not sure why they did that, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the race. Let's roll. Our mode is on. Okay, first we're gonna do the roll race and then we'll do the drag race, just so we can get these tires warmed up. Although today it's pretty warm, not hot, but it's warm, so should be okay. We're gonna do the roll race first. Okay, I am in our mode. Okay, boys, are you guys ready? Okay, radio's down. When I say 3, 2, 1, go, on go, we roll together all the way to the cones. Let's be safe. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know about you, but it seems like we're getting more and more spam calls every day. Every 5 phone calls I receive, one or two are bound to be a spam caller. It is so annoying, and changing your number is inconvenient and honestly doesn't help much either. As a social media influencer, I am stormed daily by spam, fishy and fraudulent emails ready to hack my email and my YouTube channel. That's why I'm teaming up with Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura alerts me when my data has been part of a data breach or leaked on the dark web. Gives me fast fraud alerts if anyone tries to use the data to access my credit or bank accounts. And it removes my information from data broker websites so I get less spam. They also look after things like transaction monitoring, a VPN, antivirus, a password manager, parental controls, and identity theft insurance. I get this all in one app at one affordable price. I wouldn't want to leave myself open to data breaches, and if you don't want either, you can go to the website or check the link in the description below and try your first 2 weeks for free. Come on, Type R. I got him. I got him. I got him. Perfect. I love the transmission in this car. I love the transmission in this car, and it's so good. Like, okay, boys, you guys ready? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm good to go on this one. 3, 2, 1, go. I love the shift lights on this thing. Oh yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. God, this thing is so good. Oh, so good. Bit of a wheel hopping, okay. The wheel hopping, come on. Jesus, the WRX is gone on us. Nah, that was bad. Lots of wheel hopping. Dave and I were just dancing. Now we're talking. Bye-bye, WRX. I bounced a bit, but then I was gone. Yeah, baby. Come on, Civic Type R, come on. Yeah, I hope better this time. Bye-bye. See ya. Woo! Yeah, that was the best. Damn, this thing is so good. So we can all agree the third one was the best one. Like that's probably the best way we can get. I hooked a lot better on the third one. I got the tires really nice up to temperature. Dave hooked even better on the third one because I could see he was not that far behind me. Steve, you owned the standards when you had it stock. How does that RSTR feel in comparison to your stock one? Not the tuned.
Exactly the same as mine stock because it basically is exactly the same. The one thing I do notice is it brakes way better with the Brembos.
The suspension system, I feel it's a little bit stiffer than the stock one that I drove. Would you confirm that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. It seems a little bit more planted. Tough to tell on the drag race. On the track, I'm sure it's better.
I think that's probably the best way to test it out because they probably tune it specifically for going around the track instead of drag racing. Nonetheless, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of that car, even though it has received some hates because people are like, it's not the SDI, it's this and that. I'm like, it's actually a very good price. I mean, I don't know, this year is a bit higher, but the previous year used to be like $39,000 in Canada. As you said today, it's actually, this one specifically is a lot cheaper in Canada than the US.
And in the US it's something like $41.3 US dollars. So we're getting at it basically a 30% discount.
With the conversion rate, yeah, it does make sense. Listen, Steve, just I'm gonna turn off the camera. Just wanted to say thank you so much for helping out today. I don't think I could trust anybody else with a WRX because you have one, and I'm like, this guy knows exactly how to shift. I'm not gonna lie to you, that car and I have a bit of a difficult time getting that transmission together, but I think you did a fantastic job. Just wanted to say thank you. Dave, Elantra N, man. You know what? The first, second, you were like not hooking well. And then the third one, you were keeping up with us. And I think on the third one, seeing a little bit that we all launched at the same time, like nobody, I'm sure the WRX launched a little bit better because it's all-wheel drive, but I think him and I were like very in par initially, and then the Civic Type R just goes. It makes more horsepower technically. I'm a big fan of all three. They're fantastic, and the fact that we actually get these cars still with 6-speed manual transmission, I'm still a fan of them, so I still think they're worth it. Civic Type R, it's definitely fast, now we know. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and check out my other videos on my channel.